item 1 on the agenda. We'll move to item 2, approval of minutes for February 1st.
Move for approval.
Have a motion and a second. Further discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 3, approval of claims. Have a motion
Second.
and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. And everybody's favorite, number 4, approval of payroll.
Move for approval.
And a motion
Second.
and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 5, appointments. Nedra,
Morning.
good morning.
I'm here to get some approval or permission to apply for some grants. The first is for Lawrence Superior Court 2 Problem Solving Court. This is a $10,000 grant from the Indiana Supreme Court. We utilize this in Problem Solving Court 2 for incentives for the clients when they do what they're supposed to be doing, purchasing drug screens, so that's a deterrent for cost for them because they're screened 2 to 3 times a week. And then we also, when we have a graduation, we'll be able to have a graduation and give them an incentive for graduating. This is continuation we've received it for several years.
I'll move for approval on this grant.
Got a motion?
Got a second.
A second. Further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The second is for Lawrence Superior Court Problem Solving Court 1, Domestic Violence Problem Solving Court. It is a $10,000 grant for the same things, to be able to provide incentive for them. We also this year added MRT books because we started a new MRT DB program for them and to purchase the books for them. So, and it also does for the graduation. It's a $10,000 continuation grant from the Indiana Supreme Court.
I'll move for approval on this grant.
Got a motion?
Second.
And a second. Further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And I think Judge Gowdy is with us and she's going to talk to you about our third grade.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm just a spokesperson, you know Nedra does all the hard work. I am asking for permission to apply for the JDAI grant, used to stand for Juvenile Detention Alternative Initiative. Just remembering the importance of avoiding secure detention for juveniles when the court system makes contact. We're on our journey in JDAI. It's not a new thing. This would be our 3rd year. So we're asking for permission to apply again. The funds are from the Indiana Department of Correction. No matching. But the whole premise is that if we can avoid detention for these juveniles, it's best. And as we've learned, it has long-term ramifications on their mental health. It interrupts their education. What it means for the county is that the county might be on the hook for the funds. So for a multitude of reasons, most importantly, it's not in the best interest of the juvenile most of the time. We want to avoid secure detention. We've created a statement, and then I'll get to the point and get out of here, but we've created a statement so far in JDAI that Lawrence County shall use secure detention when the concern for public safety outweighs the negative impact posed to the youth. Lawrence County shall use an assessment tool when determining if secure detention is appropriate while considering the value and underlying need of each youth. That's kind of our statement that we focus on. Anytime we might have to detain a youth, avoiding it at all costs, really, only doing it for public safety. So we're hoping to apply for that again and stay engaged in JDAI and move the program forward. We're actually, next thing that we're doing, we start tomorrow, is developing our own tool here. And that will help us be objective every time that we have a youth come in, and we'll make the right decision for that youth. So that's what we're asking for permission for, and the total amount would be $89,179.28.
Okay. You have a motion to approve?
Move for approval.
We have a motion
Second.
and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
You all have a great day.
We'll get this back to you soon.
Thank you.
Okay, item number 6, items for consideration. As you all know, Mr. Holmes has moved on to a new project in his life, and wanted to make note that as an interim temporary highway superintendent, Brandy Webb, who's our, has been the bookkeeper out there for a long next item under number 6 is the rural broadband proposal. And we have a proposal here from Morley Architects and Engineering for professional services. And we have a list of the items that they will be conducting under this agreement. And that'll be available to anyone who's interested in that. So if the other commissioners have had an opportunity to review that, I would ask for a motion to approve.
I move for approval on Morley.
I'll second.
And a second, further discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
You got the signature on,
I'm sorry.
is that on your signature page?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna give mine to Terry.
Okay, department reports. I'm going to attempt to review some of the highway department things. They have been, they've been doing some coal patch on some of the potholes. If you do have a pothole in the area and you need it reported, please give the highway department a call, and we'll do the best we can to get in there. We're doing a little bit of brush clearing and snow preparedness. We'll bring our stock inventories back up to an acceptable level. We did use quite a bit of salt and sand over the last snow event, but we'll get those all back. And we do want to compliment those individuals who are working in those departments, everybody, the highway department, along with the sheriff's department, dispatch, and all those groups. In my opinion, we did very well during that. It was a difficult situation, and I think it went rather well. So, also included, somehow or another, the old landfill comes under the jurisdiction of the highway department because of the proximity there between the two groups. And we did get a report that the inspection on the previous landfill is really good. We're doing a good job of monitoring that. It's not a big deal, but I just thought I'd bring that up. That's all we have from the highway department. How about
I'd like to add, we were out, on the snow event, and I can't tell you how impressed I was. Robbie had said, that the citizens are inevitably accountable for their own safety. We do, the highway department, EMS, sheriff's department, they all do everything they can do, but it's up to everybody to know your own skill set and your own vehicle condition and so on. I was out for hours and hours and hours, and on the first day I passed 12 cars, so I super happy with the citizens and how they took it to heart and stayed home, let the highway guys do their job, and then it all worked out great, so that's it.
And I would agree with that. I was out those same hours. And, the citizens did a good
Fortunately,
job.
I can't because I was tired.
Yeah, actually, one reason was he wasn't out on the road, so there was one less sheriff.
made him stay home.
Yeah, one less
It
vehicle.
wasn't because I didn't want to be.
And by the way, we are glad to have Wally back.
Actually, my son would have yelled at me if I hadn't.
He'd have cuffed you. He would have done. Okay, and we do appreciate the public's cooperation. Emergency management, Val.
I just wanted to reiterate, you guys said, we started planning on that, I seen it come in on Sunday. I did kind of watch it, but it kept saying our temperatures were gonna be high, so I didn't know it was gonna go north of us. So we started and I inundated all of our healthcare, our commissioners, our elected officials, our responders, everybody knew we were working on that solid from Monday on through Friday, so it was an all-out effort, and because of course we were getting a couple inches of ice, and that's one of our worst nightmares, is because we can't do anything on ice, we can't get anybody to shelter or anything, so I'm so thankful it wasn't any worse than what it was. So, but, yeah, we just been working, updating things, reviewing things. Next, commissioners meeting, the faith-based community will be here. I emailed you about an event they wanna have here and use the grounds, and I've been helping them with some event planning for that. and then updating some of our other plans, so if you guys have anything.
Again, thank you for what you do.
Oh, you're welcome, and I will be out of town, Friday, or starting Saturday through all next week, and then Bonnie will be here, and I'll send you out all her
Let's hope it doesn't
information.
snow.
Hey, when I went to Vegas last year, I was still working.
I know.
Yeah, a year ago is when we had that, you know, that 14 inches and stuff come in right after Valentine's Day, so. February seems to be our worst month instead of January, so, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda, excuse me, Sheriff Mike Graham.
Good morning.
Morning.
All right, jail count this morning, 147 total. That's 82% of capacity. 123 males, 24 females, 1 convicted level 6 felon, 16 Department of Corrections holds, and 0 parole holds. And I'll just rehash what everybody else has said. I've taken in particular what Dustin said, the folks that decided to stay home and stay off the roads. That kind of snowstorm, the way it came in, the norm is having dozens and dozens of crashes and slide-offs, and they just didn't happen. Now the next day and the day after that, when people started braving it a little more, then we started having some of those kind of problems, but the initial wave just wasn't there, so that was great. So that's all I have.
Questions? No?
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Sheriff, I'm sorry. Or, I've also heard that you do a pretty good job hauling people around. I mean, if they're not supposed to be driving.
Well, unfortunately, some people don't always take me up on that offer.
All right, thank you. Any unfinished old business? Hearing that, I'll call for adjournment.
So moved.
We are out of here.